Scientia potestas est. Knowledge is power. This timeless Latin phrase captures the essence of Nikola Tesla's life and legacy. Tesla was not just an inventor. He was a visionary whose mind seemed to exist decades ahead of his time. Born in 1856 in what is now Croatia, Tesla's fascination with electricity and energy began early, setting him on a lifelong mission to harness the forces of nature for the benefit of humanity. Throughout his career, Tesla held more than 700 patents across 35 countries, a testament to his boundless creativity and scientific genius. From alternating current AC power systems to wireless communication and radio technology, his innovations laid the groundwork for the modern technological world we live in today. Tesla's most groundbreaking contribution was the development of the alternating current system, which revolutionized the way electricity was transmitted and distributed. At a time when Thomas Edison was promoting direct current, DC, Tesla's AC system proved more efficient, capable of transmitting power over long distances without significant loss. This innovation made it possible to electrify cities, factories, and homes, effectively ushering humanity into the age of modern power. His work with George Westinghouse to build the first large-scale AC power plant at Niagara Falls stands as one of the great milestones in human achievement. Despite his unmatched brilliance, Tesla lived a life marked by struggle, sacrifice, and solitude. Unlike many inventors and industrialists of his era, he had little interest in fame or fortune. His focus was purely on discovery, on expanding the boundaries of human understanding. Tesla once said, "Money does not represent such a value as men have placed upon it. All my money has been invested into experiments with which I have made new discoveries, enabling mankind to have a little easier life." This philosophy reflected his deep belief that knowledge should serve humanity, not merely generate wealth. Unfortunately, this idealism often left Tesla vulnerable to exploitation. Many of his ideas were stolen or commercialized by others who reaped the financial rewards. While his inventions powered industries and transformed economies, Tesla himself fell into obscurity. In his later years, he lived in small hotel rooms in New York City, surviving on meager means and feeding pigeons in the park. Tesla's story is a powerful reminder that true greatness is not measured in wealth or possessions, but in the impact one leaves behind. His life embodies the principle that knowledge, when pursued selflessly, holds a power far greater than money, the power to enlighten, to transform, and to inspire generations. Nikola Tesla may have died poor, but his ideas continue to illuminate the world, proving that while riches fade, knowledge endures forever. Among the many fascinating stories from Nikola Tesla's extraordinary life, one of the most mysterious and debated is that of his electric car, a machine that, if real, could have rewritten the history of transportation forever. This story, often referred to as Tesla's Pierce Arrow experiment, blurs the line between scientific achievement and legend. Yet, like so much of Tesla's work, it reflects his unrelenting quest to harness the unseen forces of the universe and free humanity from dependence on fuel, pollution, and material limits. In 1918, Tesla began conceptualizing a self-sustaining electric vehicle, one that needed no fuel, no charging, and no conventional batteries. His dream was to build a car that drew power directly from the natural energy that fills the universe. Tesla often spoke of what he called the ether, an invisible medium he believed filled all space and carried endless energy waiting to be tapped. For Tesla, this wasn't mere theory. He had already demonstrated wireless energy transmission and high-frequency power systems. The idea of an electric car powered by cosmic energy seemed to him not only possible, but inevitable. Then, in 1931, reports emerged of a remarkable experiment in Buffalo, New York. According to various accounts, Tesla unveiled a modified 1921 Pierce Arrow automobile. He removed the gasoline engine and replaced it with an electric motor connected to a mysterious black box containing 12 vacuum tubes, a few wires, and a small antenna. When asked where the power came from, Tesla allegedly replied, "From the ether all around us." Witnesses claimed the car ran flawlessly, silent, powerful, and capable of speeds up to 90 miles per hour. It emitted no fumes, no noise, and required no conventional energy source. Tesla supposedly drove it for several days to demonstrate its performance. However, after this brief test, the car and its power source mysteriously disappeared. Some say Tesla dismantled it himself. Others claim the project was suppressed or stolen. Skeptics argue that the story was exaggerated or fabricated, noting that no physical evidence or detailed documentation has ever surfaced. Still, the legend of Tesla's fuel-free car persists because it fits perfectly within the scope of his known experiments with wireless energy, radiant power, and resonance. Whether myth or reality, the tale of the Pierce Arrow symbolizes Tesla's greatest dream, a world powered by clean, limitless energy. He envisioned a civilization free from oil, coal, and environmental destruction, where power could be drawn directly from the earth and atmosphere. In an age when industrialists and oil barons dominated global energy, Tesla's ideas were seen as a threat to powerful interests. Many believe his inventions were buried or ignored, precisely because they challenged the economic foundations of the time. Even today, nearly a century later, the story of Tesla's electric car continues to inspire scientists, engineers, and dreamers. It reminds us that Tesla's true genius was not merely in invention, but in imagination, in seeing what others could not. Whether the Pierce Arrow experiment was real or symbolic, it captures the essence of Tesla's legacy, a man determined to give humanity the gift of infinite, free energy drawn from the universe itself. According to the accounts surrounding Tesla's mysterious electric car, the 1921 Pierce Arrow he used was far from ordinary. Tesla reportedly removed the internal combustion engine entirely and replaced it with a special, brushless electric motor, rated at about 80 horsepower. But what made the setup truly extraordinary was not the motor itself. It was the mysterious power source that drove it. Instead of being connected to any kind of battery, generator, or external power supply, the motor was said to be wired to a unique energy receiver, a device capable of drawing electrical power directly from the surrounding environment. This energy receiver, according to descriptions, was a small sealed box, approximately 60 centimeters long, containing 12 vacuum tubes, a few resistors, and an array of finely tuned coils. It was connected to a... Witnesses at the time were reportedly astonished by what they saw. The car ran smoothly and silently, with remarkable acceleration, and could reach speeds approaching 90 miles per hour. It emitted no exhaust, no heat, and no noise other than the sound of its tires on the pavement. Tesla allegedly drove the vehicle for about a week around Buffalo, New York, demonstrating its capabilities to a few observers. When questioned about the power source, he reportedly explained, "The power is everywhere around us, unlimited quantities. Can you see it?" However, as with many stories surrounding Tesla's later life, this account remains steeped in mystery and controversy. No photographs, schematics, or surviving components of the device have ever been found, and Tesla himself never published any documentation about the experiment. Some believe the story was suppressed by powerful industrialists who feared the disruption of the fossil fuel economy. Others argue that it was a myth, perhaps an exaggerated retelling or misinterpretation of Tesla's genuine experiments with radiant energy. Yet even if the Pierce Arrow car never existed as described, the concept itself reflects Tesla's lifelong vision, a world powered by clean, wireless, and limitless energy. He believed that the Earth and atmosphere were vast conductors of electrical power, capable of transmitting energy without wires, pollution, or depletion. This dream, to tap directly into the natural energy field surrounding our planet, was far ahead of its time and continues to inspire inventors and scientists even today. In essence, the legend of Tesla's cosmic-powered car is more than just a story about a mysterious vehicle. It's a symbol of humanity's potential to move beyond material limitations and embrace the boundless energy of the universe, just as Tesla imagined over a century ago. After taking his revolutionary car for a drive, Nikola Tesla is said to have made a simple yet profound statement. "Now we have the power, enough to light a home and run a motor." Those words captured the essence of what Tesla had spent his entire life pursuing: limitless, clean, and freely available energy drawing directly from the natural world. Reports claim that his modified 1921 Pierce Arrow ran flawlessly for an entire week, gliding along the roads of Buffalo, New York without fuel, batteries, or charging. The car could reportedly reach speeds of up to 144 kilometers per hour, around 90 miles per hour, all while operating in complete silence. There were no vibrations, no fumes, no heat, and no visible signs of a power source. To those who witnessed it, the experience was nothing short of miraculous. Onlookers were fascinated and confused in equal measure. When the curious gathered around the vehicle, they saw no fuel tank, no combustion system, and no exhaust pipe. The engine compartment, usually hot and noisy in a gasoline car, was described as cool and clean. The absence of typical mechanical components only deepened the mystery. Some observers believed Tesla had discovered an entirely new form of propulsion, one that defied the conventional understanding of physics and engineering at the time. When one particularly puzzled witness asked how the car was running, Tesla reportedly smiled and answered calmly, "We have no engine." That simple statement encapsulated Tesla's revolutionary thinking, that power did not have to come from burning fuel or rotating pistons. Instead, energy could be drawn from the very fabric of the universe. His car, he explained, tapped into the cosmic energy that surrounds all matter, an infinite field of potential he called the ether. This concept wasn't random speculation. For years, Tesla had been experimenting with wireless power transmission, radiant energy, and the idea that the Earth itself could be used as a vast electrical generator. His Wardenclyffe Tower project, for instance, was designed to transmit electrical energy wirelessly across long distances. The Pierce Arrow car, if the reports are true, may have been a smaller-scale, practical demonstration of that same principle. A vehicle powered directly by ambient energy rather than by stored fuel or electricity. However, the fate of this incredible invention remains one of history's great enigmas. Shortly after the demonstration, Tesla reportedly dismantled the power receiver and removed. Still, this story, whether fact, partial truth, or legend, embodies the spirit of Nikola Tesla. His calm confidence, his disdain for profit-driven motives, and his unwavering faith in the power of knowledge defined his life's work. Even today, nearly a century later, Tesla's words echo like a promise of what could be. A future where humanity draws clean, limitless energy from the universe itself, silent, powerful, and everlasting. But as suddenly as Tesla's remarkable project appeared, it disappeared without a trace. The prototype Pierce Arrow, the car that had seemingly defied the limits of technology, was never seen again. The mysterious energy receiver that powered it was reportedly dismantled, its components removed and hidden away. No patents were ever filed, no technical documents were published, and Tesla himself never publicly spoke about the project again. What could have been one of the greatest breakthroughs in human history simply vanished into obscurity, leaving behind only fragments of testimony and a cloud of speculation. The reasons behind this disappearance remain one of the great mysteries surrounding Tesla's life. Some historians suggest that potential investors and industrial backers were frightened by the implications of Tesla's invention. A self-sustaining vehicle requiring no fuel or charging would have rendered the oil, coal, and automobile industries obsolete, industries that, at the time, held enormous economic and political power. The early 20th century was built on fossil fuels. Oil barons like Rockefeller and the emerging automotive empires of Ford and General Motors had invested billions into infrastructure dependent on gasoline. The idea of a car that could run indefinitely, powered only by the natural energy of the earth, would have been a direct threat to their profits and control over the global energy market. Others believed the project was not merely ignored, but deliberately suppressed or even destroyed. Conspiracy theories suggest that Tesla's laboratory was raided and that government or corporate agents confiscated his notes and devices to prevent his discoveries from being replicated. This theory is fueled by the fact that, after Tesla's death in 1943, the U.S. government's Office of Alien Property indeed seized all of his papers and personal belongings, documents that were later classified for years. While most of those files were eventually released, there is also the possibility that Tesla himself chose to dismantle the project. Some biographers argue that Tesla, aware of the growing hostility and skepticism surrounding his later work, decided to destroy the prototype rather than risk it being misused or stolen. It's possible he realized that his invention, if released prematurely, could be weaponized or exploited by those motivated by greed rather than human progress, something Tesla deeply feared. Whatever the true reason, the disappearance of the Pierce Arrow car remains one of the most tantalizing what-ifs in the history of science. If Tesla's self-sustaining energy receiver truly worked, it could have transformed the 20th century, freeing humanity from dependence on oil and fossil fuels decades before environmental crises began to take shape. The world might have entered an era of clean, wireless energy long before the term renewable was even coined. Instead, Tesla's vision faded into legend. His dream of unlimited free energy, power drawn directly from the universe, became a story passed down through whispers, books, and films. And yet, the idea continues to inspire inventors, scientists, and dreamers who believe that Tesla was indeed on the verge of something extraordinary. His work remains a powerful reminder that true innovation often threatens established systems, and that sometimes the greatest discoveries are the ones the world isn't ready to see. Whatever the truth behind the mysterious disappearance of Tesla's self-powering car, one thing remains undeniable. Nikola Tesla once again envisioned a future far ahead of his time, a world humanity simply wasn't ready to accept. He imagined a civilization liberated from the chains of fossil fuels, where machines could power themselves and energy flowed freely through the air, available to all and owned by none. In Tesla's mind, electricity was not a commodity to be sold, but a natural force, like air or water, meant to be harnessed for the benefit of everyone on the planet. He dreamed of a world where cars charged themselves by tapping into the Earth's electromagnetic field, where homes were illuminated without wires, and where vast distances could be bridged by invisible currents of power. His vision was nothing less than revolutionary. A planet connected by energy, not divided by economics. But Tesla's vision clashed with the realities of his era. The early 20th century was dominated by industrial giants whose fortunes were built on oil, coal, and mechanical engines. The idea of free, wireless energy threatened not only their profits, but the entire structure of the global economy. For those who controlled power, both literally and figuratively, Tesla's dream represented a dangerous disruption, one that could dismantle the economic empires they had worked so hard to build. And so, like many of Tesla's boldest ideas, it was dismissed, ignored, or quietly buried. Still, the brilliance of Tesla's foresight cannot be overstated. Today, as the world transitions toward renewable energy, wireless charging, and sustainable technologies, much of what Tesla envisioned over a century ago is slowly becoming reality. Electric cars are replacing gas-powered engines, solar panels capture energy directly from the sun, and scientists continue to explore wireless power transmission, concepts Tesla had already experimented with in his laboratories in Colorado Springs and Wardenclyffe. His idea of a self-sustaining, energy-independent world continues to inspire innovators, engineers, and dreamers. Tesla's ultimate goal was not just to create machines, but to empower humanity, to free civilization from the limits of resource-based energy and the greed that often accompanies it. He believed that knowledge and invention should uplift all of mankind, not enrich a select few. In the end, whether or not the story of the Pierce Arrow car is fact or legend, it stands as a powerful metaphor for Tesla's entire life's work. He reached for the future with ideas so vast that the world around him could not comprehend them. His impossible dreams, cars that drive without fuel, energy that travels without wires, and power that belongs to everyone, are no longer science fiction. They are the foundation of the world we are building today. Tesla's genius reminds us that progress always begins as an idea the world isn't ready for, and that sometimes the greatest minds must walk alone so that future generations can follow the light they left behind. Nearly a century later, as electric cars become a defining feature of modern transportation, and the world grapples with the urgent challenges of climate change and dwindling natural resources, Nikola Tesla's forgotten vehicle still echoes with a profound message, a glimpse of a future that could have been. In an age where the global economy is striving to transition from fossil fuels to clean, renewable energy, Tesla's mysterious 1931 Pierce Arrow experiment feels less like a legend and more like a prophecy that the world was not yet ready to fulfill. Today's electric vehicles, powered by lithium batteries and recharged from power grids, represent progress, but Tesla had imagined something far beyond our current technology. He envisioned a world where cars could power themselves, drawing endless energy from the Earth's electromagnetic field, free from wires, fuels, and pollution. His dream was not just to invent a new type of vehicle, but to redefine the very concept of energy, transforming it from a scarce, monetized resource into an abundant, universal force available to all. As the modern world races to build charging networks, develop renewable power plants, and reduce emissions, Tesla's vision stands as both an inspiration and a haunting reminder of lost potential. Had his ideas been nurtured rather than dismissed, humanity might have entered the era of clean energy long ago. Imagine cities powered by atmospheric electricity, cars running perpetually without charging stations, and homes lit by energy drawn directly from the air. All concepts Tesla hinted at over a century ago. Instead, economic interests and technological limitations confine society to a slower path, one dependent on finite resources and centralized control. The same corporate forces that profited from oil and coal in Tesla's time still shape the global energy landscape today. Yet, with a growing shift toward green innovation, it seems that Tesla's ideals are finally beginning to find their place in modern science. Wireless power transfer, solar energy storage, and research into zero-point energy all carry traces of his pioneering ideas. Tesla's impossible dream is gradually being resurrected, not in the exact form he envisioned, but through the collective pursuit of a cleaner, more sustainable future. His forgotten vehicle reminds us that true innovation often begins with imagination that challenges the status quo. It calls upon us to rethink our relationship with energy, not as something to be consumed and bought, but as something to be understood and shared. In the end, Tesla's lost car symbolizes more than a vanished invention. It represents a missed opportunity for humanity to transcend its dependence on limited resources and embrace the boundless power of nature itself. As we stand at the crossroads of environmental crisis and technological renaissance, his work whispers a timeless truth. The answers to our greatest challenges have always been within our reach, if only we have the courage to see the world as Nikola Tesla did.